For delivery, call 603-782-8450. Clemento's Pizzeria, the best pizza in town. 1875 South Willow Street in Manchester, New Hampshire. Best cocktails around. Come in as friends and leave as family.
This hour on WMNH is sponsored by CGI Business Solutions, located at 5 Dartmouth Drive in Auburn. They serve all your business needs, including employee benefits planning, corporate design and business administration, investments and wealth management, and customized business insurance solutions. Their phone number is 866-841-4600 or on the web at cgibusinesssolutions.com.
WMNH, rip the knob off.
Hard to keep track of. You're in your head and you're spinning your fortune. It's not enough to know you've got them all tricked. You're tangled up and it makes them so sick. One misstep and you've lost your footing, and now you don't even know who you're hurting. It could be them, it could be you. What does your heart tell you to do? Poison the water, poison the water. I'll be fine. The poison the water, poison the water. I'll be fine. I don't care what you've done to me. Just so mad you hurt my family. And I don't care if the love was true. I know I've done all I could do. Looking back, the water was clear. It all makes sense why you disappeared. Now it's turned the deepest red, so red. From all the lies and blood you shed, it trickles down from your affair. It's pulling faster and we're well aware. The loving soul could live like you did. Just hope you find what you're missing. Poison the water, but I'll be fine. You poison the water, poison the water. It was yours, not mine. Poison the water, poison the water. But I'll be fine. Poison the water, poison the water. It was yours, not mine. Poison the water again. You poison the water, my friend. Poison the water, poison the water, but I'll be fine. You poison the water, poison the water. Now you're not mine.
I love that. That is Sotah, and that is also the name of the project. And we have in studio on the couch, Casey Daron is here. Welcome back.
Hey, thank you very much for having me.
I say welcome back because you've been here with After Image, of course.
Yes, I have.
So it's good to see you, and I love this project.
Thank you so much.
We played, what was it, the track that Shadow was the track that I opened the show with today, and but that's my favorite, and that's the current single, is that correct?
Sotah is the current lead single, yes.
Yeah, really good, really catchy.
Thank you so much.
Very, very catchy. So Casey is here, and he's also going to play live for us in studio. He's got his guitar, and we're going to talk a bit and all of that good stuff. This is Matt Connarton Unleashed, and we are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM and glorious downtown Manchester, New Hampshire, where it did not quite open up. The sky did not open up and pour like I thought it was going to, which is fine, at least around here. You said in Londonderry it was running.
Oh yeah,
raining.
for about 10 minutes there was a huge thunderstorm.
Any flash flooding that you saw?
No, it was really fast. Went in and out. So
that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. And of course, we're also on Comcast Channel 6 in Manchester. And hello to all of our online listeners across the nation and around the globe. You can go to my website, mattconnerton.com, for all of your live streaming options, social media links, contact info, show archives, etc., etc. And you can join us if you have any questions or feedback or anything for our guests today. The studio line is open, 603-250-6007, 603-250-6007. You can also text me at 617-917-4476. I'm on social media at Matt Connarton. You can email me, matt@mattconnerton.com. And of course, you can interact and opine in the Facebook live chat. But the best thing to do so that we can hear and enjoy your dulcet tones is give us a call at 603-250-6007. By the way, Casey, so where does the name come from, Sotah?
So it's funny, it's a little story. I was writing the song Sotah about 2.5 years ago. And when it comes to lyrics, I like to do stream of consciousness a lot of the times, and I kind of let that breed where the lyrics take me. Mm-hmm. And as I was writing the instrumentals for the song, I kept hearing the phrase poison the water, as you hear in the chorus.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I heard that phrase in my head. It was just, it kept repeating day after day. And I was like, that's kind of cool. So I looked it up online and I was like, this probably has something to do with the Bible. I'm sure there's something in that vein.
Yeah.
Because I think I wouldn't consider myself a religious person, but I find a lot of the imagery and themes in the Bible very intriguing. I think you can pull a lot from that.
Yeah.
So I looked it up, and it turns out that Sotah, it's a story from actually the very early Testament, and those that were thought to have cheated on their significant other were put through a trial of the poison water.
Oh.
And if they drank the poison water and they died, they were guilty of cheating. If they survived, they were innocent. And those accused were called Sotah. So.
Oh, I'll be damned.
Yeah.
No pun intended. So that's where that came from. Wow. Well, that's pretty cool. See, if I'd be a little bit alarmed if I kept hearing that phrase over and over in my head.
Oh, definitely. You know,
especially if it was the same voice that tells me to burn things, I'd be pretty freaked out. But you created a song with it, so that's great. So so you like the title so much you decided to also call the project.
Yeah, it's really hard to come up with band names nowadays because every single band name has been taken.
Right.
So I looked on Spotify at the time, and there were no other Sotahs. So I said, you know what? I like it. We'll call the project Sotah.
Very cool. We have a question for you in the Facebook live chat. Isaac Banks is asking, #Sotah. What's your favorite song of Suzanne Vega? Do you have a favorite Suzanne Vega song?
I need to apologize to him. I don't even know who Suzanne Vega is. I apologize.
That's all right. I suspected that might be the case. Isaac Banks asks very strange questions. He's from Greensboro, North Carolina. That's how they do it.
Oh, wow.
Do you know the song "My Name Is Luca"? My name is Luca.
Oh, sure.
That's Suzanne Vega.
Oh, okay.
I think that's her only really big hit, though. So,
well, that's my favorite then.
There you go. There you go. Well, you've got your guitar. You want to play something for us? I'm down to hear you play, and then we'll talk some more.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to play, this is the very first original single that I ever released. This came out St. Patrick's Day of 2021. It's called Dying Breath.
All right.
When you hear my name, do you cry like I do? When you see my face, do you die like I do? I can hear your voice and I don't know how I should feel. I can see your smile and I don't know if it's real. Is it the same for you? Whoa, 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 whoa. Everywhere I go, I can feel you there. Even in my room, I can feel your stare. God knows I've tried to kill the shadows that remain, but when I'm on my own, I relive all the pain. Is it the same for you? Or have you let it go? Is it a shame for you that we couldn't grow? I'm not sure why I care, why I wanna know. Is it the same for you? Don't wanna sleep, 'cause I know I'll meet you there. Don't wanna wake, 'cause the truth is hard to bear. God knows I've tried to kill the feelings that remain, but when I'm on my own, I know it's all in vain. There hasn't been a second yet you haven't crossed my mind. You know I've tried with all my heart to leave it all behind. I'm holding on to something that I cannot fix this time. It's not so easy to accept. Maybe you're doing fine. Yeah, maybe you're doing fine. Whoa. 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 Is it the same for you? Have you let it go? Is it a shame for you that we couldn't grow? I'm not sure why I care, why I wanna know. Is it the same for you? There hasn't been a second yet you haven't crossed my mind. You know I've tried with all my heart to leave it all behind. I'm holding on to something that I cannot fix this time. Is it the same for you? Is it the same? 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 Is it the same for you?
Very nice, very nice. If you're just joining us, Casey Daron is here from the band Sotah. Is it who else is involved in that with you?
So, I initially asked my longtime friend from high school and drummer, Johnny Daron. I've known him for years. I've always wanted to be in a band with him. I just never have been up until this point.
Yeah.
So it's a dream come true to be working with him. The bass player is actually my younger brother, Killian Daron.
Okay.
And he is a senior in high school. So it's very cool to have him in the band as well. And then we've gone through various guitar players. Originally, Brandon Curcio from After Image has helped fill in.
Yeah.
And he actually does all the solos that you hear on the recorded songs.
Oh, okay.
And he mixed and mastered my EP that was released today.
Oh, wow.
But
very cool.
Lately, I've been working with Zoe Pankratz Harvey Olson. She's been helping play guitar at some of our live gigs. So that's a wonderful addition because she just adds a lot to our sound. She's a phenomenal player, a monster guitar player. So very excited to have her join. She joined earlier this spring.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. It's nice too, though, that, if you have to, you can always do it just by yourself too. Obviously, just grab your guitar and do it that way too. So you have some flexibility.
Absolutely. It's funny because in After Image, it's always been a group effort when writing our songs. With Sotah, it's all me.
Yeah.
My band members don't mind that I do 100% of the writing. I hand them the music, they listen to it, and they play their parts. They'll embellish little things here and there, but it's the first project where I've kind of had complete creative control.
Yeah.
So it's nice, and that it definitely gives me the opportunity. I wrote them, so I know everything. So
Right.
I'm able to sit here today with my acoustic and play them for you. So
Yeah. Now, so on the because we've played a couple of studio tracks. On the studio tracks, who is I mean, are you doing most of the, or maybe all of it on the studio tracks?
So I really admired how Dave Grohl, the first Foo Fighters album, was completely done by himself.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't play drums, and I'm not that much of a shredder on lead guitar. I'm pretty decent at rhythm guitar.
Yeah.
But I wanted to try and do as much as I could by myself. So on the EP, I recorded the rhythm guitar tracks, the bass tracks, and vocals. Johnny Deschon played drums. He did different percussion that you'll hear, like tambourine and shaker and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He provided some backup vocals, and then Brandon Curcio, like I said, he did all the lead guitar tracks and solos.
Okay. Very cool. There's somebody in the chat room. I have a feeling he might be related to you, Dave Daron.
That's my dad.
Excellent. Yeah, it's good to have supportive parents.
Absolutely.
Yep. You're getting some love in there too. Miriam Banish says that was amazing. She really liked the song you played.
Thank you very much.
Isaac Banks says awesome. And do you cover tunes? Do you do any cover tunes? He's asking.
I do some cover tunes. I'm actually going to play one for you guys today. But yeah, no, I like to cover all sorts of different stuff. Sotah is very much in the realm of punk and ska, so I like to do various covers. But in the past, we've done American Jesus by Bad Religion. Actually, on Spotify, the very first release that I put out was a cover of the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones' They Will Need Music.
Oh, no kidding.
And it was really cool because I released it, my first ever thing with Sotah, and 2 weeks later, they actually shared it on all their social media.
Oh,
So,
that's cool.
Yeah, it was
good.
cool right off the bat.
And did you know they were going to do that? Like, did they contact you directly, or they just did it?
No, I'm Facebook friends with a couple of them, just having gone to the shows for years, and they're pretty open with their fans, which is really cool. But
Yeah.
they're not really the type that, like, you send them a message and they'll get right back to you. You know,
Yeah.
they're living their lives too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess one of them saw it and they really liked it. They showed the rest of the band, and then they shared it. So that was all on them. I had nothing to do with that, which was really cool.
That's excellent. Your dad says your mom is there too, and brothers.
Oh, phenomenal. Whole family listening in.
How many brothers do you have?
I have 4 younger brothers.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Big family.
Huge family, all boys.
Wow.
Yeah.
No kidding. So you're the oldest?
I am the oldest, yeah.
Are your brothers, do any of them play instruments, or are they?
Just my brother Killian, who's in the band.
Oh, right. Yeah.
A couple of my brothers, one of them played trumpet for a year or two, and then he got sick of it. So he could have been my horn player, but he bailed.
Right.
10 years ago.
Oh, wow. No kidding. Boy, yeah, I can't imagine. You know, my first sibling, I was already 10 years old when my first sister was born. So it's like I kind of almost feels like I grew up an only child. But it's hard. It's always been hard for me to imagine what it must be like to have that many siblings. You know, it must get crowded, I would think. But then again, you grew up with that, so you're used to it.
It's normal. It's a full house, though, that's for sure. We're always doing something.
Yeah, that's cool. I saw somebody else pop in here, too. Oh, I can't find him now. Oh, that's all right. They'll say. Oh, Jason Fedderson in the chat room was asking. Now, this is a question that he asks everybody.
Mm-hmm.
He's asking, have you ever considered increasing the length of your beard? Now, that's a particularly interesting question for you, since those of you only listening who can't see, Casey does not have any facial hair.
I don't. So when COVID hit, I tried to grow a little goatee.
Yeah.
It's not here anymore. So that's all I'll say about that.
It is unusual, though. It seems like everybody has facial hair these days.
I know. When you're able to grow it, it must be nice.
You rarely see anybody clean shaven anymore. It's kind of funny. Oh, your dad says, ask Casey about his Kermit tattoo.
He already asked that last time. We're getting repeat questions here. Yeah, I have a Kermit tattoo. Kermit the Frog right on my arm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love the Muppets.
Yeah.
Big Muppets fan. So for those that don't know me, I have a Kermit the Frog tattoo on my arms. My brothers make fun of me a lot for that.
Do they, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. I don't remember asking you about that last time. Did I?
Yeah, he called in.
Oh, he called in.
He called in on the phone, and he said, ask him about the Kermit tattoo.
Now it's coming back
I
to
feel
me.
like this might be a recurring joke.
The studio line is open if you have any questions for Casey. 603-250-6007. Mike Pelopita from Queen City Cabinetry, one of our great sponsors. And I get to hang out with Mike tonight on Retro Spectrum Radio with Paulie C from 8 to 11 p.m. He called you a very talented musician.
Oh, thank you very much.
Very nice. Very nice. Do you want to play another song?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm going to play an unreleased song. It has been recorded, just has not been released yet.
Oh, okay.
This is called Sunrise.
All right.
They say the winds of change appear after the rain, but only some might find where the sunlight lies. No matter how they martyr you, don't ever let it bother you. You're stronger than they say. You will live another day. Did you grow from the pain, or just suffer in vain? Sometimes it's hard to find your own peace of mind. I lie awake and think of you and all the selfish things I do. I just can't understand how to make amends. When will the sunrise, sunrise? Had enough moonlight, moonlight. So sick of the night, the night. Bring on the sunlight, sunlight. My heart was on my sleeve. I know you watched it bleed, hemorrhaging in my hands. But still my love will stand. No matter how much pain you feel, don't ever doubt that you are real. You're not the only one who's still searching for the sun. When will the sunrise, sunrise? Had enough moonlight, moonlight. So sick of the night, the night. Bring on the sunlight, sunlight. When will the sunrise, sunrise? Had enough moonlight, moonlight. So sick of the night, the night. Bring on the sunlight, sunlight.
I like it. What's that called again?
That's called Sunrise.
Very nice.
Thank
Very
you.
nice. Now, when is that? So that's been recorded, but it's not out yet.
No, yeah, I actually recorded 7 songs in this love-hate recording session, and it really took me some time to figure out what I wanted to be on the project and what I didn't want to be on the project. And that one ultimately did not make the cut because I felt that the recorded track really has a different feel to it. I wanted to go for a Police 80s like.
I was thinking that when you started playing that, the Police.
Yes,
Yep.
it's has a very The Bed's Too Big Without You, Bring on the Night. Those were the two big influences from it.
Yeah.
So it has a very 80s reverby kind of reggae ska feel.
Yeah.
And I thought that it kind of could stand out as its own single. So that'll come out at some point down the line, but just chose not to put it on this love-hate release.
Yeah. No, it's really good.
Thank you.
Where did you how did you learn to sing? Did you take lessons, or are you self-taught, or?
I learned to sing in my car.
Because you have a very powerful voice. Like you project very well.
Thank you very much. I played trumpet for almost 10 years, and I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I know that
that makes sense.
Ronnie James Dio, who I consider one of the greatest, most powerful singers of all time, often attributed his power in his voice from playing trumpet. And
I never knew that about Dio.
yeah, he started out playing trumpet in various jazz bands.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So he had a lot of air control, and I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I know that
It makes sense.
a lot of my favorite singers are punk singers, and they yell. So I just kind of went for it, and I found my own way without hurting my voice to project. So.
Yeah. No, that makes sense though about the trumpet. That totally makes sense. Does your voice ever hurt from that at all, or are you pretty good with it?
No, I know early on in high school when I sang, I didn't really have much technique. Not that I have any technique now, but I think I've kind of refined it a little bit to where I know what I'm doing a little bit more. But early on, when I do the kind of Dickie Barrett growl, I definitely would get a sore throat after that. But I've kind of figured out a way to do that where it doesn't hurt anymore. I can still get the growl, and I've also learned how to do a semi like vocal fry, which is using the higher end of your vocals. And I use a mix of the two, and I think just the power behind my voice kind of makes it so I don't hurt myself, which is it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, it's so important to be able to do that without, because you don't want to be one of those guys who eventually, your voice kind of blows out.
Right.
Do you know Sam Beechard from House Lights and Always Forward, the promoter?
No, I don't.
We had him on the show, and you'll probably run into him at some point because he's doing a lot in the scene. But yeah, we were talking about the importance of taking care of your voice and being able to sing without hurting yourself and getting a sore throat, because he does the growly stuff and the straight singing, and it's always impressed me people who can really push their voices without hurting themselves. I took vocal lessons over the years from a few different vocal coaches, but I never got good enough to be able to. I'm a good harmony singer.
Sure.
I can sing with other people and find the octave and kind of lock in, but on my own I get lost. But I remember it was even when I was taking lessons, it was a challenge for me to just being able to learn how to project without hurting my throat.
Right.
Yeah.
No, for me, I've always been very insecure as a singer. I don't necessarily think that I have the best voice, but I enjoy bands where that's not really necessary. I love punk. I love ska.
Yeah.
My favorite singer is Dickie Barrett of the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, who I think he has a great voice, but to a common listener, they might say, "What the heck is that all about?"
Right.
But so I think listening to bands like that really gave me the confidence to do my own thing, and sing how I want to sing and be completely me.
Doesn't he have a thing? I seem to remember a long time ago. I've never seen them live, but I remember seeing a video where he, and I guess it's something that he says sometimes live, where he'll, coming up on a chorus to a song, he'll yell out something like, "Sing along, but if you can't sing, do what I do."
You got it.
Yeah,
yes. Yeah, he did that every show. I always laughed every single time.
Yeah. And in terms of, so the songs are completely written by you.
Mm-hmm.
Do the lyrics come first and then?
It's very tough. Half the time I don't even know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
A lot of times I'll write the instrumentals first.
Oh, okay.
Lyrics completely separate. I know a lot of singers write lyrics to the music. I don't do that at all. I like to write stories and verses completely on their own. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll take influence from other songs that I'll hear in terms of how they do cadences, and I'll use the cadences from other songs to kind of figure out how I want to sing them.
Yeah.
And that's just looking at the lyrics. And then I'll just try to cram them into songs that I write. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I'll have to go back to the drawing board. But every song that you'll hear from me today was something that they were two separate entities that kind of merged together after a little bit of working it. So.
Yeah. Well, do you want to, should we play another studio track?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
What would you,
Why don't you play Love Hate? That's going to be the next single. We're hoping to record a music video for that at our next show, which I'll talk about a little later.
Yeah. And, so these are all from now. So this is one of the ones that came out today, correct?
Yes, you got it.
And so are these a collection of singles, or are they an actual EP? Or?
It's an EP, yeah. So the lead single Sotah was released 2 weeks ago, and the 3 other songs were released today.
Okay,
yep.
Gotcha. All right, let's give this a listen. This is Love Hate from Sotah.
Closer to death. So much I still wanna tell you, but I need to save my breath. How much I love to hate you, how much I hate I loved you, and now I'm gone. So long gone. Now I'm gone. So long gone.
Yeah, that is Love Hate from Sotah, which is spelled, by the way, S-O-T-A-H. So in case you're looking up online, and Casey Daron is here with us in studio. He's on the couch. He's got his guitar. He's been playing some songs, and we've been talking and having a great time this afternoon on Matt Connarton Unleashed. If you are just joining us and you'd like to chime in, 603-250-6007. The studio line is open. 603-250-6007 if you have any questions or feedback or anything at all for Casey. We were talking off air while that song was playing. I was saying to you, who's the drummer on that again?
Johnny Daron.
Johnny Daron. Yeah. Got to give him props.
Absolutely.
That really drives that song. And we were kind of talking a little bit too. I was saying how, a lot of, because it's easier than ever to do it if you want to have programmed drums, but a song like that needs real drums.
Absolutely. The energy is lost if you don't have the human touch.
Yeah.
And I always felt that punk music is all about rawness. It's all about power. It's all about being completely authentic. And to do anything other than that just feels the opposite of punk. And
Right. Oh, yeah. Oh, so here's another, I assume this is someone related to you, Jody West Daron.
that's my mom.
Oh, very nice. Yep. She says, Casey sounds amazing. And she said, Matt, you are great. Well, I like your mom. She's got good taste in radio hosts.
Absolutely.
Well, do you want to play another live song for us?
Absolutely, yeah. This is another original. This one actually has not been recorded yet, but I'm hoping to do so in the next few months. This is a song called Rain.
All right.
Every day I'm wondering who I wanna be, and every day I'm pondering, how do you see me? And I know how low I can be. I see clearly in the rain. I find comfort in the pain. In the rain, in the rain, in the rain, in the rain.
Oh, that's pretty. That's
Thank
nice.
you very much. Thank you.
Very nice. Very nice. If you're just joining us, Casey Daron is here. We've been talking about his project Sotah. We've played some studio tracks, and we have one more too that we'll definitely get in before the end of the show. And he's been playing live in studio for us. And I want to make sure we before we. I mean, we're not too short on time, but I do want to make sure we mention you've got a show. Who are you playing with coming up? It's an important show.
Yeah, I am actually opening up for Murphy's Law.
Oh, yes.
Grade 2 in Manchester, New Hampshire on Friday, September 22nd. Just days after both of them open up for Rancid at the House of Blues in Boston.
Oh,
So
no kidding.
It's funny. I got tickets to the Rancid show months ago before I even knew that this Manchester show was going to get announced because I really wanted to see Murphy's Law. They used to tour with the Boss Tones and Fishbone and all that back in the early 90s, late 80s.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I got to go see that Rancid show. And then just a few weeks ago, it was announced that they're playing in Manchester, their own solo show, Murphy's Law in Grade 2. So I knew that I had to play that show. I was like, there is no way I am not playing the show that it's 10 minutes from my home.
Yeah.
So I got on the bill, and I'm going to be direct support that night.
Excellent. Good for you. The full band.
Full
Sotah?
band that night, yes.
Very good. Very good.
Tickets are on sale now. If you go on our instagram.com/SotahBand, there's a link tree in our bio where you can directly buy tickets from me through the Eventbrite link. And that just, it helps the promoters see that I'm out there doing my best for the shows. We've been putting out posters all over town at all the record stores, music shops all around. So
Excellent. Yeah, it's so important when you're working with promoters to kind of show your work in a way, to show the effort that you're putting in. That's excellent. Will that be the biggest show that you've done to date with this project?
Absolutely, yeah. It's so big that we are dubbing it our EP release party. We'll have physical CDs for the EP we released today. In the past, I have opened up with Sotah for Sponge, and
Oh, really?
yes, that was back last spring, about a year and a half ago. I opened up for Sponge down in New Bedford.
No kidding.
Yeah, and we also just recently opened up for this ska punk band out of Texas called Hans Gruber and the Diehards.
Really?
They're starting to blow up right now. They're on Ska Punk International Records, and they're really blowing up. They're on tour right now, so that was really cool to be able to open up for a fellow ska band.
Yeah, no doubt. That's a cool name. Your mom says in the chat room, yeah, let's all go to the Jewel.
That's where it is. Yeah, come to the
That's where it
Jewel,
is.
Friday, September 22nd. It's going to be great. Tickets on sale now. I'll be there. Give you a free CD. It'll be fun.
She also said, how do you talk to an angel? I don't know why is that. Do you cover that song?
I don't. I have no clue what that means.
Because there's a song called How Do You Talk to an Angel? I can't remember the guy's name, though. But yeah, for some reason, she said that in the chat room.
Interesting.
And Jenny is sharing all the links, by the way, to your Instagram.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, she said I was responding to someone else. Oh, okay. Sorry.
double texting.
That's right. Well, did you want to play? How many have you done acoustic so far today?
I have three. I had one more that I had planned. If you would like me to.
Yeah. Let's do that. I want to make sure we get that in before we run out of time. And
Absolutely.
love hearing you play. So yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Yeah, this is a cover. I know it was requested earlier. It was asked if I do any covers. This is Dropkick Murphys cover, Skinhead on the MBTA.
All right.
Well, let me tell you a story about a big old skinhead on the tragic and fateful day. He put 10 cents in his pocket, kissed his wife and his family, went to ride on the MBTA. Well, did he ever return? No, he never returned, and his fate is still unknown. He may ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's the skinhead who never returned. Skinhead goes down to the Kendall Square station and he changes for Jamaica Plain. The conductor says, Skinhead, I need a nickel. Skinhead punches him in the brain. Did he ever return? No, he never returned, and his fate is still unknown. He may ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's the skinhead who never returned. Now all night long, Skinhead drives through the station thinking, what can I go and see? Can't afford to buy crack in Chelsea or a bundle in Roxbury. But did he ever return? No, he never returned, and his fate is still unknown. He may ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's the skinhead who never returned. Skinhead's wife goes to the Kendall Square station, changes for Jamaica Plain, and through the open window she throws Skinhead a grenade as the train comes a-rumbling through. Well, did he ever return? No, he never returned, and his fate is still unknown. He may ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's the skinhead who never returned, right? Now you citizens of Boston, don't you think it's a scandal how the skinhead stole the train? Well, did he ever return? No, he never returned, and his fate is still unknown. He may ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's the skinhead who never returned. Well, did he ever return? No, he never returned, and his fate is still unknown. He may ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's the skinhead who never returned. You see, the skinhead, he never returned. I said the skin, well, he never returned.
Excellent. Very good.
Thank you.
Yes, Casey Daron is here from Sotah, and we should mention also After Image, which is the band
Absolutely.
you were on here with before. Did you want to catch us up on what's going on there? We were kind of talking off air earlier.
Yeah. Well, After Image has been in the studio. We just recently recorded 4 new songs that will be out eventually. Don't hold your breath. We It's going to come out at some point, but we really want to make it big. We want to go over the top, have some music videos, have a nice release for that. So it is coming. You just got to be patient.
Yeah. Very cool. Good. Miriam Banish said in the chat room, "Oh, that was so fun." And Melanie La Liberty says, "Come on, he never returned?"
He never returned.
Apparently not. Oh, and your mother clarified. Someone had asked her what her favorite Jamie Walters song was. That's why she was saying, "How can you talk to an angel?"
Well, I'm not going to cover it. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't. That's funny. I bet I know who is asking her that, and in the chat room too. Some of the conversations that go on in there. So how much music does Sotah have released at this point? Because you've got the 4 that just came out, right?
Yeah, and I actually only have 2 other ones. I have Dying Breath, which I played acoustically earlier, and then that Boss Tones cover. So in the next year, I'm hoping to get a lot of music out there. I have a full album written that needs to be recorded, but I have about 10 or 11 songs that are on the way.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And it's cool too because they're the ones that you just came out with their lyric videos on YouTube, which is nice because something I have to do when I'm getting ready for the show is I have to go through and make sure the songs, see if I need to make a radio edit.
Absolutely,
anything.
right.
But with you, that wasn't a problem because you don't have any swears in anything.
No.
So which was nice. I appreciate that. Very very convenient.
Absolutely.
I'm forever making radio edits of things, which I don't mind doing, but it's nice to not have to do it. Where do you record, by the way?
We record in town at Blackheart Sound. If you know where the Manchester Music Mill is, right over on Elm Street, it's right behind there. Brandon, my guitar player from After Image, and he's been doing all the mixing and mastering for me for Sotah. He kind of worked his way in there. That's where After Image records too, and that's what he does for his profession. So now he's kind of working there part-time, and he does a great job. So, yeah, it's nice to just drive 10 minutes down the road and record your stuff.
Excellent. Yeah, and it must be nice, too, to record with somebody who already is so familiar with how you work, right? I mean,
absolutely.
That must make it so much easier.
Oh, yeah. Things go, like, we'll book a 3-hour session, and we know exactly what we're going to be doing for that 3-hour session. There's no room for, like, well, we might get to this. We kind of have it locked in at this point where we work very well with each other.
Yeah. Is it the same approach with After Image as it is with this project in terms of just you go in knowing exactly what you're going to do? And
pretty much. After Image is a different beast because the songs there are a little more conceptual, a lot longer. We're looking at like our latest batch of material has, I believe, an 8-minute song and a 9-minute song. Those are not going to be recorded in the same sense as a 3-minute punk song.
Right.
So we do those in pieces. Like we'll have one session solely dedicated to drums. Then the next one will be guitar and bass. And then eventually we'll get to vocals. So it's a very different approach when it comes to the After Image music.
Yeah, no doubt. Melanie said she's fixated on that song. She says, "I just think he would have returned at least once, to the for the holidays or his mom's birthday."
Yeah, I as the song goes, and it's actually an old folk song. It's
is it?
It is. The drop kicks changed the lyrics a little bit, but it's I believe it used to be called Johnny on the MTA. And that's been around for about 100 years, but I don't know.
Wow.
The legend says he never came back, and we don't know where he is. Is he living down there? We don't know.
And JFed said, "Thank you for not swearing. I'm not a fan of the profanity."
Actually, it's funny in that in Skinhead on the MBTA, you might have noticed that there was a verse that I completely cut out. It's because it's thrown all sorts of swears.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, okay. Well done. Melanie says, so he doesn't really know if he returned or not. Well, we'll never know. Who knows?
No, we'll never know, just as the song goes.
And if the original song is 100 years old, then he'd probably be passed on by now.
Probably.
Yeah. What should people know about where to find your music, website, social media, anything you want to make sure our listeners know about?
Yeah, we're on everything. We're on Spotify, Apple Music, any streaming service that you can think of, we're on. You can purchase our music, or you can get it for free on our Bandcamp, which is sotah.bandcamp.com. We have a link tree, which has all of our links on there. It's linktree.sotahband. And yeah, it has everything from our YouTube music videos, the streaming links, tickets, tour dates, everything you could possibly want. Merch is on there as well.
Yep.
All on the link tree.
Do you do all that yourself, all the social media stuff and everything? Is that all you?
I do it. I run everything. I make all the graphic design. I actually do get some help from my artwork is oftentimes done by Jerry Matz, who's a legendary punk artist. He's been in the
really?
scene since the 80s from New York, and he does a lot of my artwork for me.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah.
Very cool. How did you get connected with him?
So, as I've said about 15 times already on this show, huge Boss Tones fan.
Yeah.
He actually designed the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones logo. He did their bulldog, which I actually have tattooed on my arm right here.
Yep.
He various t-shirt designs, and I'm in a Facebook group online for the Boss Tones.
Yep.
He started posting his artwork. He's like, here's my original copy. So I messaged him. I said, would you be interested in doing art for me? He's like, absolutely. So him and Dickie, they've gone back since the 80s. He's like just a super nice guy. And he's designed a couple of my merch designs. There's a shirt online that you'll see that has an angel on it. And that was done by Jerry Matz.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, super talented guy.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Well, in a moment, we'll play that last. We have one studio track that we haven't played yet, Better Than You.
Yes.
Yeah, I like this one a lot, too. It's pretty cool.
Thank you.
But yeah, this has been wonderful, Casey. Thank you so much for coming in. And listen, if you missed any part of today's show, it will be up in a little bit at WMNHradio.org and at my website, mattconnarton.com. And I'll remind everybody, too, don't forget, I will be back tonight from 8 to 11 p.m. for Retro Spectrum Radio with Paulie C. And I get to hang out with Paul and DJ Steve and Mike from Queen City Cabinetry for that. Don't forget, too, this weekend to visit our wonderful sponsor, the Hop Knot, right across the street at 1000 Elm Street. And make sure you check out Sotah. And again, it's spelled Sotah. Does anybody ever get that wrong, like on a flyer or anything? Does anybody ever screw up the spelling?
Nobody has so far, but they all think it's a parody of like Soda Can.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Which it's not, as I told you earlier. But because of that, I've actually made a Coca-Cola parody shirt. So.
Oh, have you?
Yes,
oh, that's funny.
That's out there.
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Casey, thank you again so much.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It's always a pleasure to be on.
Oh, absolutely. And we will end with this. So this is called Better Than You. This is brand new out today. This is from Sotah, again, Sotah, and check this out. This is a great track.
Show. You wanna see me low? See a couple of tears to make you feel better. Hey, I see you in front row, but little do you know, I might be down, but I'm still doing better than you. Yeah, you and Andrew will pray that we'll find better days. And somehow I know that it's not meant for you. To make me feel crazy. I won't be down, but I'm still doing better than you. So, what more do you want to know? 'Cause I'm ready to go. I've had enough, but I'd like to forget it now. I could give you some hope, laugh it off like a joke.